Hi folks, it's Steve from Corporate Gone Country. I'm an ex-corporate guy just trying to do country things. And the country thing I'm doing today is testing out a mini handheld electric chainsaw to see how it holds up. We had a windstorm here in the not too distant past, so it's knocked down some limbs from these pine trees. We're expecting about 40 people this weekend for a chili cook-off. So we want the place to look nice. And this is where they drive in, so I'm just gonna get these branches out of the way and cut them up for firewood. So here's our chainsaw box, and I've got my gas-powered chainsaw in the background there. I fully expect to use that today because I'm going to be tackling some bigger limbs. Well, let's look at the box for the electric chainsaw. So this product is from China, and I'm not getting any royalties here, but I think this is a symbol right there, and then the word Ihong. So that must be the brand. They really didn't use spell check on the box. You can see the good news is that it has a high quality motor, but it has 10x Lancer motor life. Further, if you're happy, H-A-P-Y, you can leave a review. And if you're unhappy, for Ati Rizalil, you are not satisfied with our product, then get in touch with our CEO. The good news is the CEO gave us his email address. And one other thing that I noticed is that this product has a 400-day warranty. Not 1 year, not 2 years, but 400 days. So that must be a scientifically derived number. So let's see what we got in the box. This is a 21 volt max 6-inch mini cordless chainsaw. They gave us some safety glasses, which is nice. Looks like these are gloves. Probably one size fits all. Here's the unit itself. It's got a 6-inch bar, and there's a safety guard there on top, and slide the battery in there, and it's just trigger operated. It looks pretty simple. And we got a couple of batteries. Here's the second one. And then we got a charger, we got an extra chain, and we got a couple of tools here that will help us change the chain when it gets dull. We got a battery meter here on this battery. I've already installed it. Let's see if it's full. Yep, it is. So full right out of the box. How about the second one? Yep, same thing. Okay, I'm no expert, but that chain seems a little bit loose to me, so I'm going to tighten that up. They've provided a screw right down in there, and that screwdriver, they say to turn it clockwise and that'll tighten it up. So I'm going to try that and see what happens. Okay, once I loosened that nut, it was easier to make that adjustment down in there, but the screwdriver's kind of hard to get into the hole just because it's up against the bar. But I eventually got it, and I tightened it up, but now I think it's too tight, so I'll get it just right. Battery's in. Push this little safety button. This branch right here is only about 2 to 3 inches in diameter, and it's pine, so it's kind of soft. Let's see what happens. All right, that took a few seconds, but it went through there. It's kind of rough and underpowered. Maybe I'm biting off more than I can chew here, but we'll give another one a try. This one's got a knot by it, so it'll probably be a little tougher. Let's see what happens there. A gas-powered chainsaw would have got through that in about 3 seconds. So given those first 2 cuts, I'm thinking that this unit's probably better for just like trimming branches. Here's something that's about, 1 inch in diameter. Let's see how it does with that. Yeah, I went through that pretty well. This is kind of easy to wave around and move. It doesn't get you tired like a big chainsaw would, but obviously it's going to run out of battery. So I'm going to work on some of this here just for a little while and see how long the battery lasts. Well, folks, that battery's dead after about 10 minutes. So that gives you an idea of how long you're going to be able to use this. You can see when I push the red button, I get no green lights at all. So I'm rapidly coming to the conclusion that this is a trimmer and not a log cutter, which should be probably pretty obvious even before I started the video, but I'm just confirming what I thought already. Yeah, limbs that size are really too much for it. So I got battery number 2 in here, and I've been using it for about 3 or 4 minutes, and it's only showing, well, it's still showing 3.5 bars there, but a second ago it was only showing 2 before I turned the camera on. Okay, the conclusion is that this is a trimmer. If you're looking to do serious work, cutting up firewood, that type of thing, this is not your tool. You're going to get about 10 minutes per battery out of it. And if you're looking at limbs or plants that are maybe 1 inch in diameter, that kind of thing, that's good. It's obviously easy to maneuver, so it's easy on your back, but I really think it has limited use out here in the country. Maybe around the suburbs, it'd be a good tool. So I'll go ahead and put this back in the box. I'll fire up this guy for the work that I have to do this afternoon, and hopefully I get a lot done. Well, it's a weekday, and I'm glad I'm not in a conference room in some meeting or on some conference call or looking at email. I'd rather be doing this. It's a warm February day here in Texas, about 80 degrees right now. Not summer hot for sure, so kind of pleasant for working outside. I'm glad to be here. I'm making pretty good progress. This is going pretty well. Well, if somebody tells you that hardwood isn't hard, don't believe them. That's way harder to cut than pine. I think we all knew that. Well, here's the after picture in one little area, just to prove that I did some work today.